Hello, everyone. Hello, David
Hello.
and Frederick.
Hello, hello.
So, where are you, Frederick, now?
I'm in Glendalough, and I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly. It's certainly not spelled that way, but in Ireland, of course.
Okay. So, I guess you enjoyed. So, the conference you were attending is still going on or it's finished?
It finished yesterday, so now I'm starting my little mini vacation, staying a couple of extra days here in Ireland, and actually a week extra. So, but I'll be online. Don't worry. You will still be able to reach me.
So, I'm just trying to share my screen here, and I don't know which one is okay, I think it's this one. So, I guess you can see the screen now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, if you want to start with the mid survey.
Yeah, I have already shared the mid survey in the Discord server, so you are all able to see it. But I would say, like, the most interesting thing from the mid survey is that good that many people actually did the survey, and people are generally happy, I would say. There wasn't really a good question or like what do you think about the course? You will be able to do yet more service later on, but what could be said about the survey is that I'm bringing it up now, so I don't have but there are still people that haven't got hardware. I would say that not that many at this moment, but yeah, there still are. And it seems that, at least from the survey, it seems that 36% are using the 5Pi and 45% are using the ESP32. Some people have a microcontroller but no sensors, and 6% they are still waiting. And this survey was almost a week ago, so it might have happened. Hopefully those 6% are not, or 0% at this moment. But anyway, and then almost half the course prefer using Atom. And maybe a necessary fact, but I think this is important for at least the TAs, that you get a feeling on what most people use. And we all know that, we have just recently been informed from Atom that it's going to be not developed after this year. Or David, maybe, do you remember?
Yeah, I think by the end of the year, they have scheduled a sunsetting, so just basically abandoning the project.
Yeah, too bad. But at this moment, it's the best choice. And why I think the best choice is because Atom is less buggy with VS rather than VS Code with the PyMaker plugin. And I know that many people are.
Atom is also more simple than VS Code and easy to use. But let's see.
Yeah, and let's see that 27% has actually managed to set up their own stack, which is quite extraordinary at this point. And then actually, I think the percentages of this survey seems to be a little bit odd, because there is 213% that has no answer. So I'm not sure actually interpret these percentages if you read on the. But otherwise, those total statistics, like these are made just because we get a feeling on how people are standing in terms of hardware and which platforms and so far. But we got a lot of free text answers also on both a little, I would say, criticism of some parts that could certainly be done better, and also a lot of praise. And I would say there is a lot of praise for the TAs, especially. Kudos to the TAs. You do a really good job, and it feels that everyone really appreciates what you're doing. So that was sort of it with the survey. Those that have written anything in the survey that is like a concrete suggestion, you could do this and that, we will digest everything. So it's worth a lot, I would say, for us. We listen into everything. So, and that's about it about the mid survey. Do we have anything to add?
No, I think we also have plenty to talk, so we can briefly touch it up. So discussion.
I can just mention. Yeah, actually, I've a couple of students have been calling me, and it's okay. I'm happy to talk to you like by phone. So and I've actually some students, when they get a little bit stressed that there is too much information, there is so many things that you can do, and some people feel that Discord is intimidating, that you go into Discord, you see all these channels, and you feel that I don't know even where to start. I'm sort of stressed by just looking at it. And if you feel that way, it's totally okay to call me. I will try to guide you through it. But just saying that if everyone in the class tries to call me, it will be a busy day for me, busy weeks for me. So please don't. But if you do, it's okay. I'm just saying. But the people that have been stressed about this, and I think that I must just point that out, is that this course is designed in a way so that Discord is both like the most important part in some way, because that is what we use when we communicate with each other. That is what we use for the workshops. We sort of use Discord for the absolute main communication tool. But, and this is a big but, you are able to finish the course without even opening up Discord. Because what you are required to do is to hand in the report and do 4 quizzes. That's it. There is no requirement of actually participating in Discord, even though we encourage it. Obviously, we do. We want you to be there. But if you feel that this is a little bit too much, I don't really know where to start and where to begin, take a deep breath, look at the study guide, and then you open up the IoT tutorial template, which is linked also from the main homepage, the course page. It's also linked from the study guide. You will probably, maybe we also have it in this document where we're showing now. That's the easy way. Take the IoT tutorial template, and then I just want to connect something. Yeah. There is even a recording of me guiding you through the tutorial template. So you can either just read it and hope and perhaps understand everything, or you can watch the recording, and that's about it. So I'm just saying this to everyone, that I know that there is a lot of information, and also that's the point. The point is that Discord should be a support for you, not anything that you struggle with. So if you think that Discord is not for you, mute all the channels that you like, and then go into the question and answers channel, and then you write and you perhaps tag the TAs and say that this is too much for me. Can someone just help me out? I have a couple of questions, and someone will help you out. And also, I must add that not everyone is working like 24/7. So if you don't get your question answered right away, well, just have some patience. Perhaps someone else might be able to answer. But David, you might speak for that. But well, you and the other TAs, you have worked quite much the last weeks.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe we'll touch that later on when we come to the workshop. But yeah, we're doing our best. All of us, like each and every one of us, the TAs, loves to help. This is why we chose to be TAs. So, but sometimes we can go through it maybe later on.
Yeah, and also just to add that, well, it is not optimal. We know this, and we've already talked about it, but I can just emphasize it once again that it's not optimal at all, that we had this thing with the hardware delivery, that we had a lot of problems with that. We can't really do anything about it. We can just try to be as supportive as possible and help you out as much as possible. I've also got some questions about people that want to extend the deadline. I think I said that I'd rather not. I still think that is the right choice. So we rather not extend any deadlines. We keep the deadlines as they are. But those that cannot finish until the deadline, we will have a solution. So even that, no problems. But try to stick to the original deadline. And that is because sort of everyone goes on vacation after this deadline, including you students. So you will have more chances. That is not the problem. But I don't think it's a good idea to extend the deadline that we have in the course at this moment. I don't think we'll do that. So
yeah, so and also the Slow TV Day was a success, I would say, and I provided here both the link to the Slow TV Day from 2022 and 2021, and I also provided this document on the Discord channel, so you can watch both. The 2021 is a little bit bigger and a lot more activities. 2022, we had like 12 hours of live sessions. And it's already, I guess, reached a high number in 1 week, less than 1 week. So it's 3 days, 4 days. So people are interested in our activities, definitely. So it was a success for everyone.
it was fun. It was really fun. So I think that I actually the project presentations when you had in the evening if you have said it already, I might have missed it. But did everyone sort of succeed with what they wanted during the day, all the groups, or?
Yes, I think we had 3 or 4 groups. One group, I guess, was from the TAs, right? David?
Yeah.
So did they build anything or develop anything?
You mean the last presentation?
Yeah, the presentations that we made at the end of the live stream. So
the first one we did, so it was me, Hamed, and then it was unclear of which were in our team.
okay.
And then we had, I think it was your team and you and Neda, I think. Then we had Don. But yeah, everyone managed to get sensor reading, read that from a Bluetooth app that Mats designed. And then we had some showcases of sending data over LTE to Node-RED, and then from there to Data Cake. So we covered a few different chains, yes.
Yeah.
So I would say, everyone succeeded in
Yeah, it sounds super.
And then we have basically are finished with our lectures and talks. So no more talks, no more lectures. It's only working time now, finalizing the projects, finalizing the reports, and so on. So next week, I think David will talk about more later, but as of now, we have published 3 quizzes and considerably high number of people already participated. The final quiz, that is on 3D printing basics, will be published on Monday. So basically, next week, you can be finished with your quizzes, you can be finished your report, and if you are done with these 2, the only thing left is the peer review that we will also assign the following week, not next week.
Yeah. And just to mention a little bit about the peer review, I think I saw a comment or a question in the Discord server that how are we able to sort of test the code if I don't have the same device? You are not supposed to test the code. It's not a peer review when you actually test the project if it works. The peer review will, this is actually talked a little bit also in the IoT tutorial, if I remember correctly, but we will yet again, maybe when the peer review starts, we will yet again make like a very clarification on exactly how to do the peer review. But essentially, in the peer review, you will sort of check that the checkboxes are filled. So if you look at the IoT tutorial template, which all of you are using for your reports, there are checkboxes. And well, obviously, you remove the checkboxes in your report. They are not still there. But the point is that when you look at your peers' reports, you sort of count the number of checkboxes from the IoT tutorial. So it's quite straightforward. One of the checkboxes, if I remember correctly, is the name written? Yeah, 1 point. And then continue on. So you do that with 3 other reports. So it won't take that much time. And if you think that something is missing, let's say that they forgot to write how they actually published what kind of database they used, or something that is forgotten, and you see that, okay, this has been missed. Then you contact your peer directly and say that you have missed this, and they can change. And then we all get a better report. So the peer reviews are more or less for everyone to get a better report. And also, obviously, it gives a good ground for the grading. It makes the grading process later on easier, as everyone has sort of tweaked out all the minor mistakes, at least.
Yeah, and you can also learn basically what other people did and how they did. So it's also a part of the learning process. We already talked about grading, and I think the final week is the next week. So David, you want to talk about this, maybe?
About next week, yeah. So next week we have on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. On Monday we have the last session of the visualization or the IoT platform. So we're going to go through all the IoT platforms again, and when they can be used, how they can be used, and then you can select on your own. We're going to also go through some of them. We have been going through DataCake, Node-RED, and then also PyBites. So that's what we're going to do on Monday, and it's going to be from 10 to 12 and the last session of part 4. Everything else from then on is going to be project-specific help. So we're going to have a system where you can come and then get around 10-15 minutes help with your project. So let's say you have bought a sensor, there is no library for that sensor, then that is it's good to keep that in mind, that you can get that specific project-specific help during those workshops. So up until now, we have been just showcasing things. So we have been showcasing how to connect sensors, and obviously we selected a number of sensors, so we're not showcasing all of them, but to give you a general idea of how to connect sensors. Then we went on and showed you connectivity, how to connect your device in different ways. We showcased Helium, we showcased LoRaWAN, the Things Network, and then we also showcased Wi-Fi. LTE, I don't think we have showcased LTE simply because the SIM cards that you had, that you got, are not activated yet. So but we do have a tutorial for, let's say, if you by this week or next get your SIM card activated, then you can just go ahead and just go back and edit the connectivity part in your project. So instead of Wi-Fi, you select LTE, and then basically it's going to be the same flow again.
Yeah, and as you said, David, if you have used Wi-Fi and then you switch to LTE, it's like it's instead of connecting to Wi-Fi, you connect to LTE, and then the rest is the same. Am I right?
Yeah, exactly. Because then you are connected to the internet, and the only thing that you need is a socket. And a socket, you're already creating a socket. When you're connecting to Wi-Fi, you're connecting a socket, and then you're communicating. So when you connect to LTE, you're also connected to the internet. Your device will get an IP address, and you will also need a socket to connect. So it's exactly the same flow. Only difference is how on Wi-Fi you connect to an AP. On LTE you connect to a cellular tower. So that's the only difference. So we have 12 of those sessions, project-specific help sessions. We'll do our best to help everyone. I just want to add something. From early on in the course, we said that we would help with sensors. This is, of course, we cannot guarantee that if you buy a sensor, we will find a library or we will make that sensor to work for you or help you make it work. We will do our best. But this is about sensors. So if you have any other gadgets, any other let's say if you buy some fancy LCDs, if you buy some fancy SD card readers, and I don't know, other types of media modules, we cannot guarantee that we can help you get them to work, because that would require lots of testing. We would have to have the module ourselves and then sit and spend some time on it. So just want to make that clear. So we don't end up having to deal with, you promised us this and you're not making up to that. Also, one other thing, later today, I'm gonna send a list of names with those that have that wish to aim for higher grades. If you're not on that list, it's important that you contact us as soon as possible. So if you intend to aim for higher grades and your name is not on that list, let me know as soon as possible. And then we can have a short discussion, or I can just go in the higher grades channel and get your name and make sure that you're on that list. Yeah, I think that was it. Also, I want to add, we're really trying to do our best to help everyone. So if you find yourself in a situation where, if you ask this question and it's going to take like an hour or two from any of the TAs, try to do some Googling yourself, do your research, and then come and ask for help. Because the hour or two that one TA would spend with another student, that could actually be spent for helping a number of students, not only one. So it's kind of better if you yourself spend the 2 hours, do the research, instead of a TA spending those 2 hours, because a TA might be able to help more students in those 2 hours. And this way we can all work together and help as many as possible.
Yeah, good point.
And the final one is basically next week students will be working on their project and also their report. So I guess apart from the workshop, we have no other activities, right? And of course, we will have our weekly update meeting on Friday afternoon. Anything else that I missed or we missed?
I can't think of anything.
I also don't have anything else to add.
Yeah. So yes, my takeaway for everyone, it's easy to start on something that is you want to do everything. You go into this course and say that, oh, I want to build this. I want to have my whole garden connected, and I want all these sensors, and I bought all these things. And then, as it is with hardware, sometimes it takes a lot of time to make even a simple thing work, because that's just the way it is. It's one of the learning experience working with hardware and IoT is that you can spend an afternoon on just that it was not two wires that was properly connected, and it took you 2 hours before you even figured that out. So my takeaway for everyone is that try to start with something very, very, very simple. I got questions from actually talking with people that, oh, well, do I need to use LoRaWAN? You don't need to use LoRaWAN. So even if you want to use LoRaWAN, and obviously we encourage you to do, start with Wi-Fi, start with sort of just a simple temperature sensor or whatever sensor that you know works. Take that data, visualize it on sort of an Adafruit dashboard or something like that. And then when you're done with that, so then you can sort of take a deep breath and say that these are the basic requirements for the course. And then spend more time on maybe, okay, I'll add something more. Or, well, I'll host my own MQTT server. Or maybe I'll try with Grafana. But do that after you sort of have the basic requirements in order. And the basic requirements are not made to be that hard. You can come a long way with just connecting that temperature sensor, visualizing that data. It might sound that, oh, this is, well, I had a bigger idea from the beginning. But you can still reach that. But start with feeling confident that you can at least pass course. I think that's a good start. So you don't get too stressed.
Yep.
Okay. And we haven't got any questions, or no?
No, we just got one questions on the presentations and the presentation plan. So we will announce it early next week, and also how students will sign up and so on.
Yeah. Last 2 years, we used a Google Drive document, which we just shared, and then people filled in their own names. I know there is an option of actually scheduling these kind of presentations in Canvas directly, but I haven't used that one, so I'm not sure how it works. But we'll see. Whichever, it will be a sign-up list. You will sort of sign up on a time slot. Okay.
Yeah. So
Francis, you are ending the stream. Yes, so we don't do it at the same time. So
yeah, if nothing to say, and then I wish everyone a happy midsummer. Any plan for you, Fredrik, in Ireland?
Well, we are going down to the local pub, eat a good dinner. Perhaps there will be some Guinness involved as well. That's the plan, but not the traditional Swedish midsummer. No, it won't be. Not for us.
Yeah, same here. So let's see. So have a nice evening, everyone, and enjoy your midsummer.
Yeah, glad midsommar.
Goodbye. Glad midsommar.
Bye-bye.